Welcome to Soul, a weekly entertainment show on fashion, arts and culture, food, relationships, and mental health. Our weekly co-hosts are Dr. Delvena Thomas, Imani Warren, and Chef Irie. Now introducing our host, Miss Nicky Gelin.
Hey, y'all. It is Nicky Says You Only Live Once, and welcome to another episode of MIA Magazine Presents. So, hope you're having a great Hump Wednesday. We have a really fun show tonight, and I just want to say that last week was crazy with Art Week Miami, Art Basel. I was all over the place. We're going to show a quick sizzle tonight for one of the different events I attended, but it was a great time. So before we start, I have to shout out our sponsors. So a big shout out to Florida Lottery and Duke and Dame Whiskey, and also the FAMU Medical Marijuana Education and Research Institute. So get credible information and engage in a safe space to learn and talk about cannabis. Educate, learn, and talk about cannabis right here within Florida. Now, given that one of our sponsors is Duke and Dame Whiskey, we are given a giveaway to one of their caramel salted bottles. I've had it before, no chaser needed, just some ice, and that's it. So for your chance to win a Duke and Dame Whiskey bottle, just answer this one simple question. Name a Black-owned restaurant within Dade, Broward, and the Palm Beaches. That's it. So easy. Name a Black-owned restaurant within Dade, Broward, and the Palm Beaches for your chance to win a Duke and Dame Whiskey bottle. Comment right here on Facebook or also on Instagram. Also, so I mentioned earlier that Art Week Miami and Art Basel was a big hit, and I was all over the place. And there was one event I attended, and it was called The Art of Transformation Presents Cafe Afrique. And this was an upscale pop-up dining experience in the heart of Opelika. It was a part of their historic train station led by Chef Jordan. So the ambiance was really Moroccan. There was a lot of golds and burgundy. The food was very eclectic as far as Haitian, Afro-Caribbean cuisine. I have a video to show my experience. Let's go ahead and play the video. Cafe Afrique is an upscale pop-up dining experience as part of the Art of Transformation in the heart of Opelika. The menu was created by Chef Jordan, which featured cuisines from Africa, Haiti, and the Afro-Caribbean diaspora. Y'all, the plantain souffle, that was my favorite. I just kept going back and I kept going back.
Thank you.
I enjoyed this grilled snapper topped with onion slaw, garlic and herbed potatoes. Oh my gosh, y'all. It was such a great experience. There was something there for everybody.
The rice is good.
And here's a live performance by the poetic songstress, Just Shay.
Which is doctors, lawyers, artists, writers.
I don't normally do dessert, but this caramel tart passion fruit cheesecake was just right. And here is none other than Chef Jordan Mara.
Which is Delvena by Chef Gelin. Hope you guys enjoyed everything this evening.
Y'all, it's such a great experience. And I had like a footage of the train actually riding by, and I forgot to incorporate that within the video, but it was a great experience. Shout out to Opelika and Chef Jordan. Everything was well put together. And I think they're going to bring it again next year for Miami Art Week 2023. So go ahead and copy your tickets, support our Black community, support our Black chefs. Also, Chef Jordan, he has a little restaurant at FIU Graham Center campus. And I actually did dine at his cabana, a Caribbean cafe restaurant as well. So very talented. The food was, and I'm looking forward to 2023. So y'all, we have a really fun show tonight. We have two guests. Well, we're going to be talking about two events tonight. We're going to have one guest for one and about two or three for the other one. So our first guest, so we're going to be talking about the chocolate Nutcracker at Dillard Performing Arts High School with artistic director Israel Charles. And also we're going to be talking about soup and champagne for the New Year's, and also celebrating Haiti's independence, the first Caribbean nation to own their independence. So I'm going to be talking to Jones Pierre, co-founder, and also artiste Haitian artist Kervin Andre, and hopefully Tico Armand, gorgeous all around. Hopefully she's able to premiere and be a part of the show tonight as well. So I'm going to go into our co-host for tonight. So our first co-host, she is our board certified psychiatrist and also the founder of the Brain Love podcast. So Dr. Alma, Dr. Delvena, what are we talking about tonight?
Hey, Nicky, are you ready to take the couch? Yeah, so some of my energy is gone. You know, we've lost another good person, a genuine person, someone a lot of us have seen would laugh and dance and enjoy music. He was a DJ. You just never know what someone else is going through. So if we all just live life with the approach of always being a giver and checking on people and asking them if they're okay and just being a giver and not looking at situations and asking what we can take or what we can receive, I think people would feel so much better in life. No one knows what was happening with Twitch, what was going on with his mental health burdens. I have a video I want to share, and I also want to remind people to reach out for help when you are not feeling well, when you're mentally distressed, if you're going through something, if you just can't break out of that. If you cannot get out of a moment of sadness, consistent sadness that's ongoing for, more than a week, I would say. Because really, when we feel down, it should kind of come and go. You're down, you might have a bad day, but you should be able to talk yourself out of that. When you can't do that, that is a red flag. So check out this video about being proactive and about also recognizing red flags. When someone's routine changes, they change how they do things, that is a red flag. You got to check in on them. We know that with DJ Twitch, he left his car in the driveway the day before, and his wife called the police the next day. She said it was unusual. If it's unusual, do something about it during that moment in time. People might say, well, or she may have said it's overreacting. It's never overreacting. I don't know if she knew that he was going through something, but oftentimes there are signs. There are signs. People don't just abruptly kill themselves without an issue being present, whether it's something financial, whether it's something personal, whether it's something distressing that's going on amongst the family and the relationship. Something is usually there. So check out this video, and folks, remember, call 988 if you are not feeling well mentally and you just have despair and you don't know who else to call. Dial 988. Hey guys, I just wanted to hop on here and talk about something very serious. I know oftentimes I'm making jokes. I want to make people laugh. I want to make myself laugh because that's my therapy. And that's a part of this message, is to always know your therapy. Always place yourself in a position to be able to have a circle, to have a reliable circle, people who you can trust in, people who you can turn to when things are not going well for you. If you have mental health challenges, serious mental health challenges, like you're always dipping low, you're staying sad for several days at a time, you feel uneasy or anxious a lot, you're not sleeping well. When you're noticing these things, that circle needs to include a mental health professional as well. It doesn't have to be a prescribing mental health professional, such as a psychiatrist or a psychiatric nurse practitioner, but it should at least be someone who's
All right, y'all. So I think there was a little bit of audio issues with the last segment for Dr. Alma, Dr. Delvena. Yeah, and we always talk about this topic on this show. It's so difficult to pinpoint when someone is crying out for help, and it's hard to understand what they're going through if they're not vocal or if they don't speak up about how they're feeling. And what she said earlier, there could be visual gestures that may indicate that they're going through something because, again, he left his car in the driveway. But this is such a really sensitive topic. And I believe, I may be wrong, but I believe I read earlier that the majority of, when it comes to suicides, it's predominantly known in men. So, Dr. Amma, when you're back live in person, we should totally do a deep dive on this subject and topic. And our condolences go out to Twitch's family and friends and loved ones. And, just very sad. So, yeah, thank you again, Dr. Amma. Now, on to my next co-host. She is our arts and culture connoisseur. She is just about everywhere, domestically and internationally. She knows everything that's happening as far as the diaspora, Caribbean, Afro, Latina, all that stuff. So, Imani Latifa, what are we talking about tonight?
Peace and beautiful blessings, and welcome to another Arts and Culture Report. This time talking with the producer, Mr. Smith, Mr. Marquand Smith, producer from The Godfather of Harlem. Here is part of the trailer. Take a listen.
I need some time. Money's due to Joe Colombo. Bumpy Johnson.
You can make up your debt to the families by working with me.
And if I say no?
Brother Marquand, thank you so much for seeing me today.
Hey, Imani, how you doing?
Listen, I am at the Rosa Parks Museum in Montgomery. That's how I'm doing. Like right now, sitting on the bench. Dead ass. Seriously, that's where I'm at.
You said Rosa Parks. Oh man.
yeah, like seriously, that's where I'm at right now. But listen, thank you so much. I am an avid, hardcore fan of the show. But from a production and producing standpoint, I just wanted to know, like, the history. Producers do so much behind the scenes. You have such a vast filmography for certain things that you've done. Tell me how you got involved with this project and what are we expecting for January 2023?
Oh man, this project started over 18 years ago, and started off at Lenox Terrace. I used to go up and sit in my godmother's house, and she used to tell me these magical stories about Harlem, how she used to walk outside of a tenement building and smell fresh laundry hanging out of a window, or walk past 125th Street, see James Brown's name on the marquee, or walk past Sugar Ray Robinson's barbershop, you see Sugar Ray's pink Cadillac, look inside, you may see Nat King Cole waiting to get a haircut, or Jackie Wilson getting a haircut. But she also told me how after it was one of the most tumultuous times in America, for African Americans. And she also told me about her grandfather. His name is Ellsworth Raymond Johnson, and he migrated from South Carolina, from Charleston, South Carolina, and he's a Geechee. So he came up to New York. He didn't come up here to become a gangster. He came up here for opportunity. So
absolutely,
he went to City College, and he wanted to become an attorney. Could. I mean, he was the first individual to be able to sit down with the five families, the original Cosa Nostra, like Lucky Luciano, Bugsy Siegel, Maya Lansky, Frank Costello, Vito Genovese. He wasn't just a gangster. Once again, he read Shakespeare, he read Nietzsche. There's rumors that he beat Bobby Fischer in chess. The warden of the Alcatraz said he had the highest IQ that he ever saw for a black man. So I made her a promise over 18 years ago that I would go out there and get the story done for her.
Wow, and what a phenomenal story it is. To look at your scope of work, I mean, like, you have to be giddy. And first of all, I am Gullah Geechee. My folks from South Carolina, so I understand the plight of the Gullah man going to New York. I'm from Philly, so I get it. And so, what did you want the show to do? Because there's so many misconceptions about actually who Bumpy Johnson is. What did you want this show to do? How you as a producer perceived this to show to like the audience? Because his character, although you have the gangster, I love it. I love his character, how he is his family, and how people had to make moves. What say you?
I think the most important thing about a show is separated it from the rest, right? I call them fog cutter shows that could cut through the fog. The job of a tugboat is to drag big items and put them in small spaces, right? That they normally couldn't do on their own. And that was what I wanted to do. I wanted to educate and entertain. I call it edutainment. I wanted the audience to be able to sit down and say, well, who are no longer around. That's what I was trying to accomplish with the show.
So yes, guys, the show will come on Epix TV January the 15th. Please check out this amazing brother's scope of work. Like I said, he's a producer on the project Godfather of Harlem, which I am a fan. Thank you guys so much for watching. Peace and blessings.
Imani, wait a minute. You just said in the video that you are Gullah Geechee from South Carolina. Girl, you've been holding out all this time? I've been trying to go to the Gullah Geechee People Festival for the longest time. I know they have their festival, I want to say in October is when they have it in South Carolina, but there's so much history and richness with the Gullah people. Girl, you Gullah? I can't believe you're Gullah. Okay, anyways, great interview. I'm going to tune in. Thank you so much, and we'll see you next week. Now, on to my next co-host, y'all. He is an NBA and NFL celebrity chef. He's also a co-host on the Ricky Smiley Morning Show, whipping up his favorite dishes every once in a while. So, Chef Irie. Oh, were you there? Were you there? Yeah, unmute. Unmute yourself now. Unmute yourself now, Watton. Yeah, unmute. Unmute you.
I'm sorry. I didn't realize I was muted. That is very unusual for me to be quiet. Oh.
Very unusual.
I know, right? Yes, I'm always trying to be saying something. But hey, what's going on? Long time no see, girl.
Yes. Long time.
I would imagine that you have recovered from Art Basel and whatever else had transpired after Art Basel. Yes. So that was a whole week and change ago. That was a whole eons ago. Now we're looking forward to Christmas. Yes, and all that it has to, to offer and bring with it. So yes, I'm looking forward to Christmas. Yes, aren't you?
Oh yes, Christmas, all of that. New Year's, I'm coming for my sorrow, my rum sorrow, whatever. I'm coming for it.
So that means I have to make some sorrow.
That last month, I did not forget. I'll be stopping.
All right, cool. Well, I'm with it. I may not make as much as I would have, in the past, but we'll make some. And speaking of, so we're speaking of Christmas.
If I don't get it, I'm gonna call you out. Okay.
Oh wow, and I'd hate for you to do that. Trust me, I would. But so yes, it's the season. So not only are we talking about foods and but definitely holiday parties. That is sort of the rage right now. Holiday parties. And, Christmas is next week, Sunday. For those of you who are just not aware that we're in Christmas season and like, oh my God, next week is Christmas.
It's
next week, Sunday.
Oh, shit. Sorry.
I'm sorry. The week out. Not this Sunday coming.
Oh, you hear me?
I said that for sure.
It's the 18th. You hear me? I was panicking.
Yeah, so you have a week and change. All right. You have not this Sunday, but the following Sunday. But look at it. It's less than 2 weeks away. Christmas Day is less than 2 weeks away. And it falls on a Sunday. So you will have the entire weekend kind of sort of. And of course, we will have those people who are last minute everything. Last minute shopping, last minute cooking, last minute preparation. Just last minute. Have you bought your Christmas tree? Yeah, you put up your Christmas tree already?
Yesterday.
Okay, and I maybe I'll get one tomorrow. We'll see. But seeing as we are speaking about parties, for most people who are going to attend or hosting a party, they've already engage themselves, and the date and venues has already been set, and people are looking forward to going to their Christmas parties. But there are people out there, Nikki, who have not yet decided if they want to still do a Christmas party or a New Year's Eve party. So I have this advice for y'all who are still teeter-tottering on the fence. Should I or should I not have a Christmas party? Well, if you're going to have a Christmas party, you better book it right now. One, chefs and companies are getting booked, and I think most of us are, getting busy and busier. And it is the season, unlike last year and definitely the year previously, when we were sort of starting to come out of COVID. This year is a little different. People are outside, girl. Everybody's out. We out here. We partying. We glad to see family. We glad to see friends. We are going to live it up, and we want to have a good time this year. So companies, some companies are double booked. If you have not booked your company, you're going to do so. And here's some reasons why. Chef's availability, staffing. Staffing will be almost impossible to get if you have not booked your party or reserved your party, especially for New Year's Eve. Christmas parties, yes. So, two, staffing and companies, you're going to be paying a premium. So the longer you wait, the more that premium will be, not just in staffing, but in the service, and definitely the food. Because as you can see, yes, we are still in an inflationary period. So foods are expensive. And typically during the holiday season, sometimes, the food prices tend to go up a little bit more as well. Yes, gas prices might be coming down, but this is a holiday season, and people do take advantage. Yes, because everybody want to make some money. Baby need new shoes. Daughter need a new dress. Girlfriend need a new Gucci bag. Husband need, I don't know what husbands and boyfriends get. Sometimes we don't get jack, bro. I mean, man, damn. Girls, women, they get everything. Case jewelers. Woo, I'm just saying. Yes, so those are definitely things that we should be thinking about. New Year's Eve, for sure. If there's, yes, there may be companies that are available to that you can book, but be aware that you are right now, between now and the end of the year, you're going to be paying a premium for those parties. So be prepared to come extra out of the pocket to spend to have the kind of party you would like. Yes. So please be out there. It's the holiday season. Next week, we're going to talk a little bit about some of, the Christmas goodies that we need to get into. Maybe I'll tell you a story about my boyhood, childhood of why, the Christmas tree means so much to me. But this is the time that we need to be safe out there on the road. Two, we need to be safe out there in them parking lots. Right? Not just about people running into you, but theft and crime and robbery is up. People breaking into your cars. Please do not leave Christmas gifts in your cars. Do not leave nothing in your cars. Do not don't walk to your car unescorted. Yes, people are getting kidnapped and still and all this stuff. It does happen at Christmas. Yes. Be mindful of your surroundings. A lot of women, take it for granted. Walk into the car, keys not in hand, get into the car, 3 bags in hand, fumbling for the keys. You're a prime target. Not just women, but men and families too. So prime target. But just be aware, be mindful, and just to real quickly to piggyback on Dr. Amma. It is a holiday season. And, just like she said, you never know what people are going through. Yes. And this time of year brings a lot of sadness for a lot of people. And a lot of people, a lot of sadness, a lot of stress, and a lot of depression, for a lot of people. So if there's somebody that you would like to reach out to that you haven't done so in a while, I implore you to do so. I'm going to go through my phone tonight and see who I can give a call to that I haven't spoken to in a while. Maybe, hey, and if there's somebody that need to reach out to me, I'm just saying, hey, I like to hear from people too, shoot, we all out here struggling. So yes, it goes both ways, right, Nicky? It goes both ways.
And it goes both ways, yeah. And I want to say, Chef, that since we started doing MIA Soul, you always bring up this topic about reaching out to your loved ones and your friends to make sure that they're okay. So it's not the first time that you're saying this. I just want to
because it means a lot to me. I think many of us have lost friends or have seen what the effects can do to friends and family members. But I think from a personal note, there have been many holidays where I have not been chipper and happy and gay, I'm just saying. Yeah. And I think when you understand what support does, and how helpful support is, and getting a call, I swear to God, getting a call out of the blue it does magic. It really does, to have a conversation. People always say, "Boy, it's always me or call you. It's always me or call you." And people sometimes take it to heart. They feel like they are always the ones who are reaching out, and people never reach back out to them. So a lot of times people have a tendency to shut down, and say, you know what, to heck with it. And they're the ones who sometimes really need to have somebody check up on them, because they say the strongest people are sometimes the people that go through the most. So food, and also be mindful of the people who are in need. Food distributions, food giveaways, places that you can donate foods to, clothes to, goods to. Look them up on the internet. There are a lot of places that you can go in and out. In every city here in South Florida, there's a place that you can donate something to help somebody this holiday season. So all the things we just spoke about, those things can help to lessen. If you can't donate to a place, I guarantee you there's a dude or a lady on a street corner right now that you can take out a few bucks and help them. Don't ask yourself what they're gonna use it for. It doesn't matter.
Just help them out.
It doesn't matter. All right. Wow. So I'm here having my spice lemonade.
I'm here having my it's a concoction.
It's a concoction. Yes. Well, it's all good. We are concocting happiness and libation. So we'll have a special libation next week as we talk a little bit about the goodies, the food goodies for the holidays. A Caribbean food goodie for the holidays.
Yes, I'm coming to get my room sorrow. So we'll talk offline. All right. Okay, Jeff. We'll see you next week. And y'all, now on to our first featured guest. He is none other than Israel Charles. He is the artistic director for the Chocolate Nutcracker at Dillard Performing Arts High School. So Israel Charles, happy Hump Wednesday. Yeah. Where are ya? There you go.
Yes, thank you so much. I'm so delighted to be here. Thank you for having me, and happy Hump Day to you guys as well. And happy holidays.
Very much. When the cold front, we haven't gotten like a real cold front. Like it's almost Christmas, and like, where is it? Okay, anyhow.
I know. And I know it's killing the ladies too, because you're waiting on it to get under 60 so you can break out your boots and your chinchillas. So I know y'all ready. I know you're ready.
You understand? Yeah, we ready. We are so ready. So tell us a little bit about your background.
Sure. Well, I'm the artistic director here at Dillard Center for the Arts. And Dillard Center for the Arts is Broward County Public Schools' exclusive high school magnet program for the visual and performing arts. And I'm 34 years in professional education, all in arts education. Started as a band director. I'm also a music producer as well. And so that's been my life. I've been really fortunate to live my life through my gift. And work with young people along the way. That's been fantastic. And so been here now at Dillard nearly 20 years, 10 years as the
Wow.
director.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's awesome. I actually went to Dillard as a junior. I was in the magnet program. I was in theater. So I'm quite familiar with the programs.
Okay.
Programs, yes, and all that stuff. So really great school. So now what or how did you get into the musical theater or into the artistic theatrical field?
Yeah. So when I came over, and I was asked to come here to really run the music production program and teach students basically how to make beats, as we call it today. That's the street vernacular, but how to get into music production. And so that's really my background. And the previous artistic director was retiring, and the principal asked me if I would mind stepping into the role to lead the department, and I welcomed the challenge. And so that's kind of how I ended up in the chair. I'm not really a theatrical guy, but I do get a chance to work with all of the disciplines here because we have 4 themes. We have music, dance, theater, and the visual arts. So I get a chance to work with everyone and be a part.
Can you hear me or no? You kind of froze up on my screen. Let me reach out to Aaliyah really quick to see if I'm the one that's frozen. Perfect. Okay.
Okay, we're back. There we go. Okay.
We're back. So what are we looking at right now?
This looks like pictures from our last ballet, and this is probably the bow at the end of the show. But this is part of our cast from a previous show that we did here.
Wow! And this is at Dillard.
This is at Dillard Center for the Arts. Correct.
Oh my gosh! Wow! It just looks. I'm not trying to downplay it, but based on the costume and based on the formation and based on the visuals, it seems like such a really big production.
It is a big production, and I'm so proud of our staff. I think one of the things that makes Dillard Center for the Arts special is our staff, and they have incredible vision. They're excellent producers, and they're teaching professionals also. So many of the members of our staff not only bring their pedagogy to the table, but they're actually out in the industry teaching, and they can bring those experiences back to our students. What we really want to try to do is model ourselves as pre-professionals and getting the kids ready for conservatory style teaching. So everything that we try to do it at the highest possible level. And we're just so excited because we feel like our students are performing at a standard that's really above their age level.
And it looks that way. Wow. I'm really intrigued. So wait, how can we get more information and find tickets?
Sure. DillardHS.com/showtime. You can get information about the shows, and there's tickets available there. We got 3 great shows coming up this weekend. And it's really a popular show, one of our most popular shows. We're doing 2 shows for schools to come on field trips. Both of them are sold out. So those are private shows where students come from other schools to come and watch our performance. So we'll do 2 of those, one tomorrow and one Friday. And then we open for the general public Friday night in our beautiful theater.
And it's Friday through Saturday or Sunday, or is it just Friday?
Friday through Sunday. We have a show Friday at 7:30, Saturday at 7:30, and then we have a 4 p.m. show Sunday afternoon.
That is so amazing. And it's just so great that it's our youth and they're able to showcase their talents. And it looks, based on the visuals, it looks so like professional and Broadway-esque. So.
And that's how it should be if you're at an art school. What you're looking for at an art school, you're looking for students that are very, very passionate.
All right. So Israel, I think we just, okay, there, you're back. Okay. Yeah.
What we're trying to do is prepare them I'm sorry, I keep getting a couple of interruptions here.
No,
What
it's
we
fine.
try to do is prepare them to have the competitive edge at the next level. So we're trying to make sure that that standard is pre-professional.
Yeah.
And so that's really what our goal is. And when you have students, we're a countywide magnet. So that means students are coming to us. We're in Central Broward, but students are coming to us from as far as Miramar, as far as Parkland. And so if they're going to make that commitment to get on a bus early in the morning, and it's an early rise to get here, we really want to make sure that we're giving them something very special once they hit the campus.
Definitely. Thank you so much. Thank you for pouring into like our youth, our Black and Brown community, as far as showcasing their talents and just exploring what that part of them is even more. So we're going to get now into our MIA Soul Talk. All right. So my first question is, who is your top favorite artist? I know you have like a jazz background when I read your bio. So who is like your all-time top artist?
Well, wow. I got a wide spectrum. So the OG side, I love Cameo. I love Confunction. I love the Isley Brothers. So that's really the music that I grew up to. But today, wow, I like. How can you not like Drake? Obviously Beyonce, Bruno Mars. I'd probably say Bruno Mars. If I had to buy a ticket to see a show, it would be to go see Bruno Mars.
What about Esperanza Spalding?
I like her. Yeah, she's phenomenal. She's a phenomenal bassist. And I love jazz music, but I think my favorite genre is R&B, old school R&B and contemporary R&B. But Esperanza, she's fabulous.
She's awesome, and she's very current, is what I want to say. Based on what she does, as far as symphony and the strings, like she's totally like current. So
But look, I want to give two shouts out to my other favorite artists too, because they're graduates in our program. Actually, we're in our program here, and we're some of my former students. So I got to shout out Jason Derulo. He's one of my favorites.
Jason Derulo, what?
Jason Derulo was in my class when he was here at Dillard. So I got to shout out Jay, and then Kent Jones, who is signed with DJ Khaled. He's an artist and DJ Khaled's label, and he's doing a great job here representing South Florida. So those are two of my favorites also.
Awesome. Under your wings, huh? That's awesome.
Under my wings. That's right.
That's awesome. Well, congratulations.
Look, can I keep bragging? We just got a student that graduated a couple of years ago. She's on a full ride to Juilliard right now, but she hasn't even finished school. And she just got the lead trumpet chair for the Saturday Night Live band. So if you're ever watching Saturday Night Live and you see Summer Camargo, redhead, trumpet player, she was just on our stage a couple of years ago. So we're really proud of the work she's doing as well. We got a lot of stories like that, though.
Oh my gosh, which has to be told. Wow. Well, congratulations. Oh, wait. Okay. So again, the website is dillardhs.com/.
That's right.
Showtime. It's all right there. It's scrolling right there. Suzanne, thank you so much. Let me see if she said anything. Hold on. Oh, she goes, who's the choreographer? So who's the choreographer?
Absolutely. I'd be remiss if I didn't shout out the great work that Alina Pena is doing. She's the director and the choreographer for the show and doing a fantastic job working with our young people and exposing them to the classical arts when it comes to dance. One of the things we get excited about here at Dillard is we have vast programming. So we could swing from Zawadi, which we did a couple of weeks ago, which was based on The Black Nativity by Langston Hughes, and that had African tribal dancing, an infusion of gospel music, modern styles of dance as well. So we did that show a couple of weeks, and now we're going to go into the classical arts with our own twist and expose our students to classical training as well. And again, we're always trying to give them the competitive edge at the next level.
Wow. So admirable. Thank you so much. Myself, I'm a magnet program protege from elementary, middle to high school. So I know what it takes to wake up early and to travel, distances to showcase talents and everything. But thank you so much for just, pouring into our youth and for them to explore themselves more. Not everything is academics. Okay. I'm not trying to bash that, but there's so many of us where we're so creative and there's so much we have to give outside of, just math and science and all of that. So I know Dillard High School, they're really, really big on just exploring the creative side of our youth. And thank you so much for being a part of that.
Yeah, it's my pleasure. We're glad to do it. And yeah, we got to talk offline. I didn't want to ask you online in front of everybody what year you graduated, because I know how ladies can be.
I graduated.
But we could talk offline.
Okay.
You might have been here when I was here. I've been here 20 years, so I know
sure
you had to be
here
within that time. So, but we'll talk about that later.
I was there. Yeah. All right. So we'll talk offline. We'll connect offline. I'll reach out to you and we'll connect further. Yes. So
yeah, because you're one of our success stories. You're here hosting this beautiful magazine. I got to put you on the wall of fame here. Yeah.
Okay, great. We'll talk. Definitely. We'll talk. Yes. So now I do want to make it out. So I think Sunday is best for me, but I do want to come out and support the chocolate nutcrackers. So Israel, thank you so much. And yeah, I'll see you on Sunday.
Thank you guys. Thanks for having us. Really appreciate it. Great show. Keep up the great work.
Thank you. Have a good night. And now on to our Soup and Champagne featured guest. So, Soup and Champagne, I've heard about it. I've never been, but I'm going for 2023. I'm going to be in the building. So featuring our guest tonight, it's Jones Pierre, co-founder of Soup and Champagne, and also artist Kervin Andre. So hello. Happy Hump Wednesday.
Hello. How you guys doing?
Where's the cold front? We like midway in December and it's not, I'm ready to rock the boots and the fur coat.
Yeah, there's supposed to be one coming this weekend, but I see it's not happening.
I don't think it's going to happen. So anywho, let's get right into it. So tell us a bit about your backgrounds, and Kervin, we'll go with you first.
Well, my name is Kervin Andre, born and raised in Haiti. Came here when I was super young. Went to Elizabeth High School. I live in Jersey now. I'm a creative. I'm a father. I'm also a business owner. Economics Art LLC. There's a lot to say about me, but I hate talking about myself. I'm also an illustrator. I'm on my second book now. What else? Yeah, I have a lot going on. But,
okay, so what part of Haiti are you from?
Well, the capital. I was born and raised in Port-au-Prince. It's not charming anymore like it used to be, back in the days. But parents are from Jacmel and then Okai. So I spent some time in Okai as well, which is the south of Haiti. Yeah.
Wait, is that a part of Port-au-Prince, or is it more like?
No, it's in the south side, south of Haiti. Yeah.
Is it more country compared to the city? Okay.
Yeah,
okay.
definitely. But there's a city part of it as well. Yeah.
Oh my God! I've never heard about that. I've never heard about that. I'm Jamaican, so yeah. I know Port-au-Prince and I know La Paris.
See, that's the thing. A lot of time when you talk about Haiti, when you talk about Haiti, people say Port-au-Prince, and there's so many places, to visit. You got the north side where there's a big history as far as like the Haitian Revolution. There's so many places to see. It's not just, Port-au-Prince, which I rep, but there's so much more to see.
So when did you move to Jersey? Like, if you don't mind me asking, what age?
I came to the States in '93, so it wasn't cool to be Haitian back then. You know what I mean?
I came in '92, and I was called Jamaican Booty Scratcher. They called me Jamaican Booty Scratcher all day.
So we have the same thing. So it's the same thing. Like usually, immigrants coming from the Caribbean, it was a tough thing, right? We're coming from the suns, the beach, and all that stuff, and we're coming in the cold. So it was kind of like culture shock in a way, but it was a tough thing, and that's one of the reasons why I kind of lean more towards my artistic way to express myself. You know what I mean? Because I had to be like, okay, I can't do this. I hated it here, so I went into my skills, and do what I do.
Yeah, and now we're cool. Not being
All right.
Caribbean is cool. All right.
Listen, we've always been cool. You know what I mean? Like we let the narrative and other people come into it divide us, but we've always been cool. You know what I mean?
We always been cool, exactly.
Always,
So
yeah.
when did you discover like your gifts and your talents as far as being a visionary and a creative and an artist?
I didn't know if I didn't know if it was a gift, right? Like I know I always had the ability to draw and do certain things, but you know, growing up in Haiti, a lot of us draw. Like it's an artistic island. Like everybody do painting and stuff like that. But I understand my route, right? Like my purpose in a way. Probably a couple years ago, probably 8 years ago, I kind of like challenged the H&M ad they had, and one of the painting that I did kind of went viral by responding to what they did. So I realized like I had a voice, and my people artistically, you know, there's power in images, right? Especially for brown and black kids. I got 2 daughters, and I wanted them to, you know, it's time for us to take control of what they put out for us, and it's time for us to speak. So
yes, it's time.
That's when I started doing that. Yeah.
So how would you describe your work? Like what kind of fields do you want your work to invoke?
Black, very black, unapologetically black. It's very revolutionary. It's very empowering. It's very inspiring. Thought-provoking as well. When I say black, it's not just for us. I mean, our struggle, our pain, our glory, all those things need to come in forefront. And the conversation most people don't want to have, I want them to look at my pieces and want to talk about it. You know what I mean? They want to hide it. I'm going to talk about it. We're going to talk about certain things. So,
let's face the elephant in the room. Let's have a
exactly.
conversation.
Yeah. We're not going to throw things like under the rug anymore. Like confrontation is needed. We've been hiding away from, but you know, solution is through confrontation. So that's what my artwork is about.
Yeah, we've been trying for years to make other people comfortable.
Yeah, we're not doing that no more.
That way anymore. We should be able to be in our full skin, to be who we are
Yeah.
fully. So
we gotta talk. We gotta talk about it. We're gonna make you uncomfortable.
yeah, exactly. We tired. We tired. Okay.
Totally.
So here's some of your pieces. You want to give us more details on what the vision is?
Well, this one is called Plaisir la Caille, which is carnival. You know, you're from Yard, so we love to party regardless of what's happening in you know, in our city. You know, we like to party. This one is called The Death of a King, so it's, you know, the death of black men. That was my first book by Dr. Written by Baina Bello. She's a historian, and I did the illustration. It's about 10 women that helped the Haitian Revolution. That was one of my that's when I realized, I was like, wow, I was working with Baina Bello. I watched her since I was really young. So yeah, you want to purchase, you want to get any of my artwork, you know, get it now because prices are changing.
Ooh, he said prices are changing. Y'all better get on it now. Okay.
Well, especially after they see what we're going to present at Super Champagne. I'm sure it's going to be big
totally.
Yes, and a great segue. So Jones Pierre, so you're one of the co-founders of Soup and Champagne. So tell us about I guess, should I say 2023's Soup and Champagne event? It's on New Year's Day, right? So
New Year's Day, Sunday, January 1st.
Yeah.
Well, I want to go back a little bit. The idea of the soup and the party was something that I realized, you know, a while ago when my mom used to make soup. I used to get calls from a lot of my friends like, hey, can I get this soup? Can I, yo, save me a bowl. Yo, where can I get the soup? So at some point I realized, you know what I'm saying, like, why are we keeping it to ourselves and why not share it with the world? And I think that was the initial message when the revolution happened, was to share this soup with everybody. So so at some point I was like, you know what, let's do a party. Like, you know, it's all about champagne New Year's Eve, but let's add this element to it. So I came up with the idea with Soup and Champagne, and it's really taken off. We're in year number 4. And this year we have a lot of surprises coming up, and we booked two of the top bands in the Haitian music industry, which are Kai and Impossible. And the people who know them are going to come out and have a great time. And the people who don't and are coming for the soup are going to realize that there's a lot going on with this Haitian culture.
Okay, yeah. So I know the background. It surrounds the soup,
yes,
especially with your mom. And I know as far as Haiti is the first African nation or Afro nation to gain their independence. So it goes a bit deeper as well. Do you want to talk more about that as well? The culture and the celebration of Haitian independence on New Year's Day?
Well, the soup jumeau, the importance of it is that it was a soup traditionally that, the slaves couldn't have. And it was something that the colonizers or the oppressors, something that they had, and we were the ones that made it for them. So on January 1st, 1804, it was decreed that this soup jumeau, which is a pumpkin squash-based soup, that this soup should be made and everybody should enjoy it, because now we're free and we can enjoy this soup. And it was something. So from that point on, every Haitian household, I think Haitians all over the world either figure a way to make it, or they have somebody who makes it and they enjoy it with them. So it's something that's celebrated with family.
Okay, so the special ingredients. Oh, go ahead, Kervin.
It's actually called the freedom soup too. So we represent freedom. So it's for everybody. You want freedom. That's why Haiti stood for. After the Revolutionary War, we say everybody that wanted to be free come on this island. That's what we did. So we share the soup is the same thing. It's freedom.
Yeah, that and we also traveled around the world to help free other nations and support. If we couldn't go there, we actually, either gave, supplies, coffee, or whatever it is that we had to help fund other people's revolutions.
Including this one, including America.
Oh, yeah, there's a lot of history.
Yeah, and prior to 1804, and I think that's one of the things that happened is that we went to New Orleans and helped, with that. And
Georgia as well.
Yep.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
That's why my next book, same plug. My next book is gonna be about that. The heroes of the Haitian Revolution is like 13 men that was vital to the Haitian Revolution and what they've done, not just for Haiti, but for the rest of Latin America, the rest of
there's a lot that we don't learn about.
Exactly. Well, that's why we here. We gotta tell our own story. You know what I'm saying? We gotta celebrate us, and that includes everybody.
Yeah, and so Kervin, what is your involvement and partnership with Soup and Champagne?
Well, I was honored, first of all. Like when I've heard so many things about them. He reached out to me. Jones reached out to me, and he wanted to do this project. And I had the same project for the book cover that I was doing for my book. So everything automatically clicked in, and I was like, okay, cool. So this is something I've been working on for the past 3 years. And he came on board and asked me to be a part of it. So I checked them out first. Because it's tough to do business. Yeah, you gotta check the background. And then my good friend Tico actually reached out to me. He was like, hey, he's good. Just go with it. The concept was on board with what I was doing, and he's really good as far as his business sense and the way we dealt with going about it. I had freedom, artistic freedom, and that's one of the things that I love to do when I'm working with somebody. And it was just the right thing to do. The concept was super dope. My concept wasn't gonna be with soup. It's gonna be, well, I can't talk about the image itself.
Don't give it away. Don't spoil it.
I'm not gonna give it away. But the concept was dope. The way he dealt with things was super dope. And yeah. I jumped on board ASAP. The moment he said get with it, I was like, all right, cool, let's go.
All right, y'all heard. You got get y'all tickets. Y'all heard. If you want to see what's gonna go down on January 1st, you have to show up.
Well, okay. I want to say the first thing that when you walk into this party that you will see is this painting. And it's something that I'm blowing it up because I want everybody to be a part of it. So that way, as soon as you walk in, it's the backdrop that is introducing everybody into this party. So, everybody, as you come in, your group, you can all take pictures in front of this painting. So the idea was, like I said, well, I could tell you the concept but the idea is called the First Supper. So it's a vision of what it would have been like the day that the soup was, decreed free for everybody. So in my mind, I imagine a table with, everybody sitting at a table and enjoying this first bowl of soup. So that's the basis behind it. But so because of that, I want everybody to be able to experience it. That's why we're blowing it up, and it's going to be the backdrop for the.
And the dope thing about it, a lot of the revolutionary leaders didn't really get to enjoy the Revolutionary War. I mean, get to enjoy the independence, rather. A lot of them, fell victim to enslavement, or they got sent in different countries. So having that image with all of them together, men, women, from the 1791, rebellion to 1803 Revolutionary War, to see all of them together, you just kind of like, wow. I just can't wait for everybody to see that image, though. It's pretty dope.
Yeah, I can't lie. I had the vision, but working with Kervin, he brought it to life. It's amazing.
So did you create this piece for Soup and Champagne specifically? Like, was it created just for this event?
Just for that?
Yes, because I wanted a staple piece, a statement. So when everybody comes in, like, there's something that they're gonna take away with them.
Yeah, he kind of put me to work. I usually take 3 or 4 months to get a piece like this, especially with so many characters. But I wanted to get it done for him so badly. I put a lot of hours for him, though. But
you had to lock yourself in the room, huh?
Totally. Yeah, it's like a lot of hours in. Yeah.
Put your status on do not disturb.
Okay. And like I said, he surprised me. He was like, "Yo, I'm not gonna promise you anything." But then I guess when he started working the energy, the ancestors spoke to him, and he took off.
Yeah, I had to make my prayer and call on the gods.
So we're gonna play the trailer right now, Lee. Let's go ahead and drop that trailer.
There you go.
Day 2023, Jones Pierre, Haitian Pooh Bear, in association with the city of North Miami Beach and the North Miami Beach CRA, present Soup and Champagne, an all-white affair, and performing live this year. Kai and Soup and Champagne, January 1st, 2023, at the ancient Spanish monastery at 16711 West Dixie Drive, North Miami Beach, Florida. With music by DJ Bullet Haiti, Mr. Smoke, DJ Haitian Mike, and DJ Bugs. Hosted by Wanda and Karel Pedre. Tickets on sale now. Doors open at 7 p.m. to 2 a.m. with complimentary soup and champagne from 7 to 9 p.m.
Brothers for my brothers, man, that's okay.
Come kick off the new year with us at the ancient Spanish monastery. For tickets, tables, and sponsorship info, visit us at www.soupandchampagne.com or call 305-927-7247.
Oh my God, I'm excited. Oh my God.
Beautiful.
Okay. So wait, okay, so Jones, is it only for the Haitian community, or who's invited to Soup and Champagne?
Well, like I said, this is something that I want to share with the world. I don't want to keep this soup in the house on the table. I actually want to bring it out to the public. So this is something where if Haitians have affected you in any way, you have a Haitian friend, Haitians who work in the hotel where you are staying at. Like, if you've known a Haitian, this is the place to be, to see and experience what Haitians can bring to the table. And it's we're everywhere. We've affected everybody. We helped build America. We helped, we fought for everything. So this is just one of those opportunities to come celebrate us,
Okay. So what's the dress code?
All white, baby. And now here's the thing. This is something that everybody does not know. I picked this venue called the Ancient Spanish Monastery.
It's beautiful.
Beautiful venue. But I'm going to tell a story that a lot of people don't know. So in the building of this monastery, first of all, it was a millionaire who he went to Spain and saw this building, which is the church that's in the monastery. And he said, I want this building. They chopped it down piece by piece and brought it to the US via boat and rebuilt this church. Oh. So that's one thing. The other thing is, at some point, the church had a bell that went missing. And they went out looking for a bell to put back on top of the church. They went to a junkyard here in Miami, and they found this bell that they traced back to Dessalines. So this bell was given to Dessalines in 1805 by France. I guess they were trying to work out relations. And when he died, they took away his stuff, and this bell that belonged to him was found in a junkyard. And that's one of the staple pieces on the top of the church, is this bell that was
you gotta tell him what Dessalines is, though.
Yeah, I was going to ask you. I'm not familiar with that.
Well, okay, Dessalines. In the revolutionaries, you have Toussaint, you have Christophe, Dessalines, and these were the guys who basically were the spearheads to formulate what Haiti is today. The idea of Haiti, they governed it, set the rules on how things should run. And they were the initial presidents, the kings, whatever you want to call it, of Haiti.
Yeah, Dessalines actually became the emperor of Haiti, and his wife is the reason why we have the soup joumou.
Yeah.
So they're part of the revolution. They're part of just
the founders.
So, yeah, the founding fathers. But
Yeah.
Dessalines, he's like the key leader. He's the one that actually beat the French and get them out of the islands. And he became the emperor. He wrote the Declaration of Independence of Haiti. And his wife actually created the whole soup thing.
Wow.
So everything kind of...
Like, I know I'm familiar with Toussaint, but as far as the other hands-on, me being an outsider, I'm not that familiar. So because of you, the both of you, I'm learning that there was more people involved in the revolution.
Well, I got to say thank you to Jamaica. Being that you are from Jamaica. One of the characters in the painting is Boukman, and Boukman came from Jamaica, and he actually helped to spark that fire to help kick off the revolution. So, I like to believe that, through all the stories that have been told about Haiti and all the lies that have been told, I think that at one point all of us were working together. But, the colonizers have, implanted stories, told us things to try to separate us so that way we don't continue to work together. And that's one of the things with this party is like, let's get back together and work together, all of us, not just one nation, and vibe together.
And that's so true. Oh, Kervin, you're going to say something?
Nah, just, copy and paste everything you just said. It's just right on.
It's true. Like, they have pitted us against each other as a Caribbean nation or a Black Caribbean nation. Like, we're so separated, but we're so like common at the same time. And it doesn't make sense that we fight each other. And they leave out so much in our history. They leave so much out to favor them, So I think
that's why it's important for us as young, knowledgeable, kings and queens to start telling our stories. We can't let the next generation come out the same way. I mean, there's always a lot of lies, like he said, untold stories of ours. And then I could have been Jamaican. I could have been from Grenada. You could have been from Haiti. We just got dropped off in different places.
There's a boat stop.
Yeah, exactly. But at the time, there was no nationality. There was no such thing as Jamaicans or Haitians and none of that. We were Africans.
Mm-hmm. That's it. We're African. Yeah, we all got African blood in us. And there should definitely be, I don't know, some kind of a part 2 or expansion of, Soup and Champagne. I don't know, maybe you have a TikTok page or I don't know. But
I do. Well, I do have a TikTok page, but it's mostly posting the event itself.
The event, I know, but there's so much. But the thing is, it's an event, but there's a reason why you have this event. And I think a lot of us, especially as an outsider, we're not familiar with certain history as far as Haiti and the Caribbean nations. And it'll be great what we're talking about right now will be so great to the public to learn more about it. So
definitely.
I agree.
Yeah.
So Jones, make it happen.
Let's make it happen.
And not just that, but maybe have like quarterly meetups to bring the diaspora together outside of New Year's Day. You can just to bring more richness and culture and more knowledge to us.
I am definitely down to do that. I'm actually down to take Soup and Champagne to different places.
Yeah.
Bring it to Jersey.
I'm down.
Definitely.
Just got to get with the right team to make it happen.
Make it happen, yeah. So how can we find tickets and more information about Soup and Champagne?
Everything is in the name. soupandchampagne.com, soupandchampagne.com, spelled exactly, the dictionary definition. You can go and purchase your tickets. You can see past videos, past photos. You can get the experience and see what it's like. So you can pre-game, prepare yourself to know what it's going to be like. It's going to be a turn up, but at the same time, we're going to learn, and experience and enjoy the Haitian culture.
That part. And with Kervin on board with his piece, it's going to elevate it further.
Trust me. A lot of people, when they see this painting, it almost brought tears to my eyes, and I know it's going to affect a lot of people. And it might be a little bit of a controversy, but I'm cool with that.
And that's needed. Not everything is peaches. You know, we need a little bit of that in our lives to start a conversation. We have to face the elephant in the room. So now we gotta talk. Let's not be afraid to have the conversation. Let's talk about it. So here it is, Soup and Champagne. This is the website. So everybody visit soupandchampagne.com. It's a 4th annual all-white affair. Can I say no flip-flops? No flip-flops. Y'all come looking cute. Okay, men and women, y'all come Miami chic. Come looking cute. No flops. That's that. Okay. Can men wear shorts or no? If it's shorts, it has to be like white, you know. What kind of attire should the men wear?
Definitely.
Nah, be grown and sexy with it. You know, it's
grown
Miami.
And sexy.
Miami chic, sexy.
Miami chic, grown and sexy. There you go.
No flops. Okay. So we're gonna go now into our MIA. So talk.
I do have to shout out the city of North Miami Beach and the CRA. They have partnered with me. This is the second year that we are working together, and they are powering us to make this thing work properly and flow efficiently. So I got to give them a shout out. The police, the city of North Miami Beach police, the mayor, the commissioners are all hands in and helping us pull this thing off.
That's a big deal. Yeah. Yes. We have to make sure. Yeah. So what's the capacity?
Well, we're going to push it a little bit this year. So we're trying to get over 800 people. So we'll see how it goes.
Okay. It's going to be lit. Okay. All right. So either one of you, Kervin, you can go first. So sweet or savory?
Sweet.
Jones?
I guess sweet also. Yeah.
What about the banan peze? Banan peze. I think I said it wrong.
Yeah, but I'm saying I like my sweet banan.
All right. So I may be saying this wrong, but compa or is it zouk or zouk?
Compa all the way.
Compa
for me.
Really? Why?
But
compa is ours. Zouk is you know, it's the other islands.
Yes, the other island. But when that one big zouk record comes on, we put the compa to the side.
Yeah.
So there's other islands. I didn't know that. Okay.
See, a lot of people think, you know, that zouk is Haitian. Zouk is not. You know, it's Martinique, it's Guadeloupe, you know, but we have compa. Yeah. But we took that one song, we say it's ours. So I guess
we took it over.
Because you know, Jamaica have like dance hall, reggae, have, you know, so okay, I got you. But compa is like
it's more like reggae and soca.
There you go. Yeah.
Okay. I got you. Okay. So what is your favorite place to visit? Either one can go first.
Well, I love Haiti. I like being home. There's no place like it. Like, I know people always be like, oh, you were born here, but I love it. The smell, the people, it's home. So yeah. Love Haiti.
I was not born in Haiti, but I've been visiting Haiti since I was 2. And I just remember the days of just running in the streets in the rain, climbing trees, hanging out. It's like Haiti is just, it's I don't know, it's home.
Yeah, I want to visit. Yeah, and when you say just hanging out like in the trees, like back home in Jamaica in the country, I would always hang out in the guava trees. I would pick the guava and just sit like on a stump, and I'll just start eating.
Same thing.
Yeah. So okay, what show are you currently streaming or binging?
Oh wow. Sheesh. I don't watch a lot of TV though.
Okay.
But I just finished what is that thing called? Lord of the Ring.
That's on Prime. Was it on Prime?
On Prime, yeah.
Okay.
The last one. That was pretty good.
Yeah, okay.
Me myself, I like 50s shows. So I'm a power guy. I like all those shows. And right now I'm waiting for BMF. I'm gonna lie.
Oh yes. Season 3. No, 2.
Whatever it is.
Yeah, okay, you're waiting for that. Okay.
He just announced it comes out in January, so I'm waiting to see.
I saw that. Yes.
And I've been waiting on Godfather 2. That Godfather of all of them is fire.
Oh yeah. Definitely.
And last question, what is your top song or artist that you're listening to right now?
Oh yikes. As an artist, like it's different. I can't answer that because it depends on what I'm creating. It varies. Like right now, I'm on my soul joint right now. Like I'm like super Sade. Sometime I'm on my, got seen, but I'm like super excited right now. So yeah,
do you like
it's
Snow
more of
Allegra?
that.
You know Snow Allegra?
Yeah.
She give me Sade vibes, modern day Sade vibes. Okay.
Yeah. That's what I'm on right now.
Yeah, okay, I got you.
Well, the past month and a half, 2 months, because I'm trying to get into the soup and champagne mind frame. I'm really deeping Kai and Impulsive. I'm trying to like master all of their songs, so when they're performing, I can sing everything. So I got to give a shout out to Kai and Impulsive.
Okay, Kai and Impulsive.
Kai and Impulsive, they're very big, Haitian bands.
Nice. Okay, well, thank you so much. I'm gonna be there with my white outfit. I already got my outfit planned out.
Champagne.
Well, thank you so much. Super exciting. Thank you so much for bringing light and awareness to the Haitian culture and I want to say is Soup Jamu.
Soup Jumu.
Jumu. Okay, awesome. Well, thank you so much. Happy Hump Wednesday. Kervin, I'm sure you're really excited to come down our way because I know it's super cold up in Jersey right now. So looking forward to when you come down here. And yeah, we'll connect definitely.
Definitely.
Thank you guys, man.
Awesome. Thank you so much. Have a good night.
All right.
And everyone, don't forget, we're doing a Duke and Dame whiskey giveaway. So for your chance to win a caramel salted whiskey bottle, just answer this simple question. Name a Black-owned restaurant throughout Dade, Broward, and the Palm Beaches for your chance to win your own Duke and Dame whiskey bottle. All right, y'all. So thank you so much. And I think we'll see you next week. I don't know if there's a show next week, but okay. Happy Hump Wednesday. See you next week.